Hi, what's up? Today I come to you with my weekly review of Haruchika, and Haru is looking for an apartment. Now, the apartment that he was staying in before, if you remember from I believe episode 1 or 2, it kind of looked like a rundown building, and they're trying to renovate it. So he's been evicted for the time being. So he has to go and search for a new apartment to stay in. So we also got to see one of his sisters, who is, I believe, the oldest sister named Minami, and he has kind of this strained relationship with them due to them always picking on him and dressing him up and doing all things to him when he was younger. So he kind of has that somewhat of a fear towards his older sisters, but yet you can tell they still have that sibling bonding between. So as he and his sister with Chika and Arashima go looking for apartments, they look for this they see this particular apartment that has everything that he needs with indoor baths and all of that stuff. But there's like a story behind this apartment where there's to be believe a ghost, because every time people that used to live there, now they leave the apartment, they always hear like a chiming, and they think it's like a dead priest that is walking around the apartment in the vicinity, and that's why people have left. Now, the owners of the apartment, Mr. Amano, he unfortunately he has to give up the inheritance of that apartment building due not to be able to pay for the inheritance and keep the building. So it's another mystery, so they're trying to figure out how to solve this mystery and saying what is causing all this noise, and if the ghost is actually there, if it's true. So with the help of their other excuse me with the help of their classmates and their teacher, they found out that the cause of all this sound and the supposed priest ghost is that our Mr. Amano's uncle, late uncle who died, he's a playful man and he likes pulling pranks a lot. And at one point, when he was a child, when Mr. Armano was a child, he thought it was funny and everything, but as he was growing older and he faced difficulties throughout his life, hardships and losing his jobs and all of that stuff, it got to the point where when somebody's playing around too much and doesn't understand the position that you're in and how you're feeling, you tend to lash out on them, and you don't mean to do so. And because of that, their relationship was strained for the time being, and he couldn't get to apologize to his uncle. And unfortunately, his uncle has passed away. But because of his uncle's personality and his character, he always did care for his nephew. So when he made him inherit that building, what he did was in the room that they were in, there was like a little slot that they could put a 500 yen in, a 500 yen coin in, and every time the coin was slipped through, it will go down the whatever pipe that was inside the building. And eventually, when they went to go open up the lock with the big old key that was for the sixth floor, and when they opened up the lock, all the 500 yen that's been there, that's after the building has been renovated back in 1982, all the money that's been slipping through that slot has came pouring out. So it's enough money that they have that's able to pay off the inheritance so he can keep the building. And now Haru has a place to live in thanks to what Mr. Amano's uncle has done for him. So it ended in a good note as always for each episode. And like I said, each episode is going to have a new mystery. We didn't get new characters, but we know that there are new characters. But looking for next week's episode after seeing the preview, we might have another character coming in for the Brass Club band. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you checked out this episode, do tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Also, you can check me out on Twitter and on Tumblr. The Facebook group page is in the description box, so you can click on that. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.